Stamps-N-Lingers, and it is just about 7 o'clock on Saturday, so I thought I would go ahead and push the start button to see if YouTube would go live around 7. That would be good. So, hey Bonnie, hi Judy. Not sure if you can hear me or not. Still says waiting, like I'm not live. There we go. Maybe we'll... Okay, my arm is moving. That's how I can always tell when I see my arm moving. It's like, aha, I'm here. Okie doke. Hey Bonnie, hi Judy, hi Danette and Alicia and Rosie. Appreciate you guys coming. Hi Jean. Alrighty. Hey Amy. Alright guys, I am going to just give you a caveat straight up. It's been kind of a day. And so, if I make errors tonight, I want you to just smile and nod and virtually pat me on the head and say, it'll be okay, go take a hot bath and go to bed, okay? So there you go. But I did see this set of beautiful cards. Mary Nab did it. It's K-N-A-B-E, so I hope I'm saying her last name correctly, Mary Nab. And it was beautiful, and I already love the Nests of Winter, and I'd been meaning to make cards like this, and I'd never done it, so I thought to myself, let's just do that. Why don't we? However, you want to know, I've used 2 stamp sets. The Winterly Treetops gave me this image right here. And there are multiple sentiments that you could have used, but I was specifically looking for birthday cards and hello cards, kind of generic welcome cards. So I pulled out one of my perennial sentiment favorites, is the Simply Said. I really love this set. I think this is one that even when it gets the big R on it for retired, it will probably stay in my stash because the sentiments are really perfect. All right, you have celebration, you've got birthday, hello, thanks, and just a note in multiple fonts, which is awesome. So I've used them, several of them from here. I did not use any sentiments from Winterly Treetops. I just used the Pussy Willows, and for a different card that you'll see later in the week, this bow right there. Okay, so I've got 6 different cards here. The design is very much the same for all 6 of them. Really all I did was change the paper that was used on the front and which sentiment and a shape that I got, of course, from Stylish Shapes, because, you know, Stylish Shapes is another one of those ones that is a must-have go-to. So let me show you right quick how to cut this paper so that you can get cards out of it. You can actually get 8 cards like this, and then 2 more cards with the leftovers, so you're going to want to save that. And like I said, you will see those later. Okay, so here is the piece of DSP that we are working with tonight. And you're going to start by cutting at 5 1/8. I would say on the long side, but that would be silly because it's square. So we're going to cut 5 1/8. We're going to cut there, and we'll save this piece. And then we're going to turn it over and put the decorated edge again at 5 1/8 inches. Okay, now hang on to this because this will be the genesis of 2 more cards. All right, to make your card fronts, all you're going to do is cut this. Let me get this out the way so I actually cut correctly. I'm going to cut them 3 inches wide. So I will get 4 out of this. See, this is what you tell your kids. The reason you have to pay attention to math in school is so that you can make cards when you're ready to. Okay, so we'll just make 4 little card front pieces from each of the strips, like that. And we can go ahead and repeat. We don't even have to rinse. We're just going to go straight to repeat. And then you're ready to go. This is a great way to just make some cards quick. They're not very difficult. They're not very thick, so they should mail nicely. And there you have it. Okie doke. So easy peasy. Nice and squeezy. And then you can just mat these, or you can use them without mats if you prefer. I like to mat, and so that's what I've done. So let me show you the 3 that I have remaining from my initial cuts. What I have done is matted them on cherry cobbler. So cherry cobbler works very nicely with this. Cherry cobbler and gray granite go together really well. Okay, so just matted with liquid glue. You could use Stampin' Seal if you wanted. Now, my card fronts, I'm using gray granite, and what I've done is I have a 5.5 by 7 7/8 inch piece. Okay, and then you're going to just score at 5.5, just like it would be regular. What did I do there? Oh wait, 5.5. Wait a minute. Oh, good Lord. Hang on a second. My brain, I'm telling you, it's been a day. I'm just throwing that out there. It's a 4 1/4, because yeah, there, it makes more sense, right? Okay, so when you fold these, you will see that you have an opening here, okay? So what I did for each of the openings is I just tore along the edge. Now there's no measurement, but if you just start the tear as close as you can with your fingers, you're gonna be close, okay? One thing to remember when you're tearing cardstock is whichever way you choose to tear to start is the way you should go all the way to the bottom, okay? I almost invariably tear towards myself. Hey guys, I appreciate y'all coming. But if I tore away, then I would want to do that all the way. What happens if you change is you change how this edge looks. When you tear towards yourself, it looks different than when you tear away, okay? Because the kind of rougher edge is towards the tear, if that makes sense, okay? So I'm just going to do that on each of these. So we're making 3 cards tonight. Okay. And you can see I just kind of started, what is that? You guys, I know you want to know. It's just about 1/8 of an inch, okay? Just a, well, it looks like a quarter there, but it's not a full quarter. Okay, so just tear what you can reach with your fingers. It doesn't really matter because you're going to just have a little bit of an edge. If you tear too much off, you'll just have a little less showing. That made absolute sense, didn't it? Oh, you don't ever want to repeat this week. I hope you're doing okay. I'm not sure what's going on, but I hope you are okay. And then we're going to do number 3. Okay. And again, just tear and do that. I can assure you that adhering all of the cardstock to the mats and doing this tear is the longest portion of this. I mean, you can see we're going to get a few cards pretty quick, like a bunny. Okay, so there we go. 3 card bases ready to roll. And then I'm just going to adhere this with liquid glue, 1 to each of the card fronts. Yes, thank you, Rosie. I am going to be out of town. I'm leaving on Tuesday. So there will be no videos until, what did Rosie say? Rosie knows. Until the 21st. And I'm sorry about that, but family has to happen. Family has to come first, and so that's what's going to happen. And I'm going to go see my mom again. She's having some surgery next Thursday. And, you know, she's not 30 anymore. So I'm going to go and help her out a little bit. So there's the second one. And then we'll get number 3. 3rd time's a charm. Oops. Did you see how close I came to putting that on upside down? Oh my goodness. Okay, so when you adhere these, what you're looking for is to make kind of a normal reveal on the left side here and the top and bottom. So it's just going to look normal around the 3 edges, and then you're going to have a wider margin on the right side with that torn edge. Done and done. Easy and also peasy. All right. Well, thank you, Virginia. I appreciate that. Hang on a second, guys. Okay. Now, I am going to make 3 linen thread bows, regular ones. You could do a Farrah Fawcett bow on one of these if you wanted, but I don't think it's a necessity. I like the simplicity of the simple bow for this card. It's a nice, easy card, nice, simple design. It'll be a lot easier to cut this with my ribbon scissors. Okay, so I'll make 3 of those. This is a little bit of an assembly line, right? So if you can kind of get all the pieces and parts together, then it's easy to put them all together in as an assembly and get you some cards. Oop. Okay, and there's a dus. That's a 2. Thanks, Bonnie. I appreciate that. Thank you, Marva. Hey, Kat. Appreciate you coming. All righty. Thank you, Judy. Appreciate you. Okay. And there's our last one. Okay. So I have made a few sentiments. And part of the artistic piece of this is determining whether you want to use a round sentiment or something more strip-like on each of the designs. And so I kind of like the round look on this one where it kind of extends off the side because it still lets my 2 little boys show. And then I think I'm going to go with hello, but I'm going to put the hello right there. I'm going to actually center the hello on this one. You can do them all different spots, whichever makes you happy. And then this one, I'm going to let it be a little bit low on the card front so that you can see that little tweeter sitting out right there. Kadoke? All right. So, oh, yeah, Brooke, it's possible. I don't know. She's going to be 89 on Friday. So she's not a spring chicken. So I'm going to put that little dab of liquid glue and put its bow right there. And then I'm going to put another little dab. I want this bow to be like right there. So a little dab of liquid glue. You could use a glue dot if you prefer. I'm usually pretty comfortable with liquid glue, so that's what I like to use. This little guy, he went a little crazy. This little guy went a little bit crazy. He went a little bit crazy. He sat right there on that desk going crazy. I don't even know how he did it because he was right when I set him down. Yeah, 89, that's a life well lived. There is no doubt. Okay, and then this one is going to go right there. You know, what do you guys think about putting this out here? Do you like it out there? I'm going to do the other 2 first, and you guys tell me whether you think this should be over to the right or centered. Go ahead and give me the commenties. Yep, Virginia, I'm not going to trade it. I'm going to go do what I need to do. All right, so I'm going to use dimensionals to adhere these over their bows. And liquid glue doesn't add a lot of height, and the simple linen thread bow doesn't add a lot of height, so I only need single layers. Okay, I'm seeing some over to the right. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here in just a second. Let's make sure this one's straight. There we go. I need another little strip of dimensionals because that one needs another one. Now, you know, when I put sentiments over the top of ribbons or not ribbons so much, but bows, I like to put the dimensionals on the card front so that I can get around those bows and whatnot. But sometimes you need to add one. So just slide one under with your tweezers or take your pick tool or something like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this guy on, and he's gonna be like right there. He's gonna be like right there. Okay, so I'm gonna put my dimensionals up here, and I can keep them kind of close together because I can always slide them in. What I don't want is to slide in and get some that show, because you can see the other side of your sentiment, right, when you open the card front. So I try to make it pretty. Do you have to do what you have to do? Oh, do what you do. Okay, we got some extra do's in there. So, but yes, I will be taking care of my mom and being with her. So if my blog posts get a little bit like you're going, wow, she is just phoning it in, I'll kind of be phoning it in for a while. Okay? It was a little sudden. I really wasn't expecting to go back so quickly. So, okay, let's see. You know what? Let's move this so I can see what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm trying to like work up here. What a dork. What a dork. What a dork. She's a dork one. Mr. Grinch. Okay, now I'm going to slide another dimensional. You know, that was the weirdest random association right there ever. I went from dork to Mr. Grinch. Really? Must be tired. Okay, here we go. And again, I'm sliding that under, and I want to make sure that I can't see that dimensional, because to me, that's ugly. Okay, so if it doesn't bother you, then that will work. Okay, so we pretty much to the right, I think, is the best choice, is the common choice. And we're going to go right there. So let me get a little bit of liquid glue right here. Stick that down and let it think for a second. Hey, Rue, appreciate you coming. Yeah, Mary Catherine, you're definitely going to want to do that. This is beautiful paper. I don't buy a lot of multiple packs of papers, but I do have a couple of packs of this one because it's gorgeous. I love it. Okay, and then we'll put this on like so. There we go. And I don't have a lot of room to put another one, so it's going to just have to be good. I think I will slide one under here, though. Okay? You can put it on ahead of time, but it's a little harder when you're not really exactly sure where your sentiment's going to end up. Okay? All right, so there's that. And then I'm going to finish these with some of the Druzy embellishments. I just love them very, very much. I'm going to trim that off. That's a little extravagant. Okay. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and put one of these on here, big one, because I can. We'll put one big one up here. And then I think we'll put a small one right about there, on there. And then we're going to do a big one here. You can also use the champagne ones. See, on these, I used the champagne versus the clear. So you can use either one. Will be beautiful. Thanks, Carol. I love torn edges. And so it's a nice little compromise. I like it. And I'll put it right. I'm going to put this one. I'm going to put this over here. And then put this guy down there. There we go. Okay. And then we'll give that a little trimmy trim, little haircut there. And look, I'm going to use the champagne one on this one. Just because I just told you you could, and so I should use the ideas that I come up with, huh? And then let's go right about there. All right, so there's the outside of all three cards. Now I'm just going to take a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 basic white. And I'm going to do my envelopes at the same time because of how incredibly efficient I am. We all know that's true. You're all like, yeah, Mary, sure. You want to be efficient. You tell yourself you're efficient. But we know, in the dark of your craft room, you are not efficient. All right. So I am going to stamp this Pussy Willow. Pussy Willow, my love. Wasn't that the... Oh gosh, that was a Pussy Willow, my love. That was a kid's book we read when I was little. I feel pretty confident. Okay, so I've got my 3 pieces of basic white, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp 1, 2, and then I'm going to pick up this next one, stack them back up so you don't get bleed over. 1, 2, 1, 2. And we'll do the same with our envelopes. Thanks, Shirley. Glad you like it. 1, 2, 1, 2. And guess what the next one's going to be? You figured me out. 1 and 2, like so. And then we'll close this up so we do not have an inkatastrophe. And I'm going to use my light petal pink and color these pussy willows. One might use light smoky slate, but I like the pink. May not be technically accurate, but I like it. I just think it's a good color with this whole color combo. All right. So you can see there's a lot of repeating the same thing over and over. You don't have to get the whole image colored in there either, because that'll actually give a little bit of depth without even trying. And one more. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because I like you. I'm not going to keep you all night doing all of these. So I'm going to color one. I'm using my gray granite. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Now, just to be clear, I'm flying. Finn is not going to go. He and his dad are going to stay here and take care of the pony and the place. And so it's just going to be me. So once I get gone, the Finn antics will probably quit. Okay, so I've used my gray granite, the bullet tip, to color the stems here, and I will do one envelope. I'll finish the rest of them after we say farewell. Okay, so there's that, and let's see, we'll finish this one off. So I'm going to use some liquid glue to put this. Yes, ma'am, I'll be flying. I'm going to fly on Tuesday. All right, so we're just going to put that on the inside of the card. And I've got it's a different DSP, but I really love the birch, so we're going to put that on the envelope flap. And of course, I will repeat that for the rest of the cards and envelopes, because a card without an envelope is weird. Yeah, you're going to want this DSP, Debbie. Really, 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 it's gorgeous. I mean, this is just one sheet of it, and you get 2 of the sheets. So in theory, actually, in truth, you could make 16 of these and 4 of the ones that you're going to see later in the week. So that's a pretty good haul from one pack of paper, and actually just part of it. And there's so many other pretty designs in there that you can do lots of other cards with it as well. So it's well worth having this pack in your stash. And if you don't have the Simply Said stamp set, absolutely get it. I mean, seriously, it has got the best sentiments ever. All right, so there you go, guys. I'll finish these off once we get off camera, so that you don't have to sit here all night just to watch me color, because hello, that's kind of boring. And if you need a set of cards, I hope you'll try this one. Mary Nab is a very good role model. How about that? That's what I was looking for. So I appreciate you spending part of your week with me, and I'll miss you guys. I'll be back towards the end of the month. I will still be posting, so be watching, and I hope you'll like what I've got to share with you for the next couple of weeks. Okay? Thanks, everybody. We'll see you. Bye-bye.